Are you on a spiritual journey because maybe you struggled with addiction in the past and now you're just finding ways to overcome that addiction or distract yourself from going back to old patterns? I am here to say that I too am with you, because along my my I have definitely been more attracted to using substances that were definitely more harmful than good over my lifespan, but since I was probably around 15. Started drinking alcohol, partying very young, and even doing drugs when I was in high school. And this was probably really detrimental to my health when I was young and my emotional state, and all of these things were coping devices because I did not know how to handle the world. I didn't know how to accept myself or love myself in this physicality. I felt lost and I just wanted to fit in a lot of the time or have friends, so I would end up doing these things in order to feel connected to others. And what they found in research of addiction, I don't know if you've heard about this experiment, this science experiment with rats, is that they found when rats were isolated and given cocaine, they became addicted to the cocaine, and they were given alternatives like just regular water and then water with cocaine, and they would always go for the water with cocaine until they were put in an awesome big cage with a bunch of other rats, and they were given both options, and eventually those rats stopped going for the cocaine. Isn't that cool? Eventually they stopped going for it because they were connected with their community, because they were with other rats, they were with their family and people that they could feel good around. So the biggest cause of addiction is isolation and feeling isolated from the world. And I know that was true for me because I used it as a way to connect with other people, because that's all I really desired, was a sense of belonging and a sense of connection. And I know now that spirituality came to me when I was very young, and I studied it and delved into it, but I didn't really have my awakening of unity consciousness until 2012, and I was 22 years old, and I really had the awakening and experience of being in unity consciousness. And that's when, I had a big wake-up call, obviously, and I was able to kind of drop my need or desire to want to utilize more substances in my life, because I knew that they were just a way of coping with my reality, because I didn't fully accept it, and I wanted to feel different, and I wanted to feel numb or connected on some other level. So the way to heal addiction is not to force people to stop. Never. Everyone's gonna stop in their own time when they're ready. The way to heal addiction is to love and to accept people for who they are, to show compassion, and to show them that they do belong. Because eventually people will realize that they don't need that substance, that that's not actually what they were looking for. What they actually were wanting was that connection. And a lot of people turn to substance and end up addicts because they had a horrible relationship with their mother or father, and they never felt like they belonged, so they don't feel like they're worthy of love, or they don't give themselves the love that they deserve because they weren't given it as a child, so they don't think that they deserve it. And this is horrible, but it's very common in our society today that a large majority of people are addicted to something. Even social media and our phones. I mean, I definitely feel somewhat guilty of that, because when somebody likes your photo on Instagram or on Facebook or something, or you get a comment, what happens is your dopamine receptors go off, ding 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 ding, the same way they would if you hit want it on the slot machine. That's why there's gambling addicts. Okay, now our society, we're all phone addicts because we're waiting for the next person to like our photo so we can feel good about ourselves, so we can feel loved or we can feel accepted. So our challenge in expanding and growing in our consciousness, our challenge now is to overcome that and to already be in a state of love and joy and self-acceptance without needing that fix of getting our like on Facebook or on Instagram or getting that approval, that outside approval, because all that is false and all of that is just feeding our addiction to the outer world. So the way to overcome that is through meditation and through connection with our own internal source. So we might feel like, we're alone in the world, and it's true because we're all one. So if you feel alone, guarantees somebody else next to you feels alone. We're all mirrors of one another, and it's important to become connected to your own intuition and your own sense of being so that you can understand and relate to people more and more, and so you can have deeper connections with people, because that's what's going to heal. How we're going to heal each other, is through that connection, and that comes from the heart and compassion and understanding, not condemning people for their misfortunes or their choices, because condemning people just hurts them more. So accepting them and loving them for who they are and what they're going through, because it's part of their karma, it's part of the life that they chose to live and their experience, and to each their own, right? But we need to learn to value ourselves more by stopping ourselves when we feel the need to go onto social media to see who liked our photo. Just taking a pause before you do that and giving yourself the love that you're looking for externally. Meditation is a big help with that. Meditation, and also getting yourself in a tribe of like minds, a physical tribe, a community that you have access to and that you can go and get a real hug from and get real love from, because that's what's needed. And if you can't find it, then be it, and be that person for somebody else. And if you're struggling, with some type of addiction, chemical or substance addiction, it's okay. I just want to tell you that it's okay to be where you're at, and I love you and I accept you. And so do a lot of other people in the world. And if they show they don't, it's because they don't love and accept themselves. And that is some real truth right there. So I encourage you to make the changes that you want to when you're ready to. No one's forcing you, no one's making you, and no one's judging you except for you. Okay? If it seems like they are on the outside, it's because you are on the inside. But as soon as you make a choice to love, accept yourself, and value yourself, and know that you deserve more and you're worth more, you deserve the love that you desire, but you have to give it to yourself first so that other people can. You have to show yourself that you're worthy of love, that you're worthy of feeling good, you're worthy of feeling clear, of feeling clean, feeling healthy. You're worthy of all of that. And if you mess up, it's important for you to still love yourself and say it's okay. I'm still worthy of love. God has changed his mind about me. No matter what, God still loves me, and God is you. God is not out there. God is in here. The universe is in here. The source of abundance, the source of freedom, the source of your spirit is in here. Your soul is in here, and your soul is speaking to you. Are you listening? That's a lot to take in. I know. Like I said, I've struggled with addiction periodically, and just over these last 5 years I've really came to understand that I don't need substances externally. I might go for them sometimes, but I know that it's not actually giving me what I need. What I need is for me to pay attention to myself, to go within, and to actually listen to what I really need. And one of those things that has really helped me is creativity, is sitting down to write, sitting down to paint, to draw, to make a collage, and to stop focusing so much on my past or my struggles or where I've been, and really getting into the present moment. And I think creating art really helps me get into the present moment, and it also allows me to create my future and look at what I want to happen. You know, I think looking at the future is a little bit better sometimes than looking at the past. I mean, I guess they're both a value. Sometimes we have to look back to see where we are now, but the best place you can be is here in the present, loving and accepting yourself right now. If you clicked on this video and if you watched it all the way through, that means you're ready. That means you're ready to take steps to love yourself more and to listen more. So check out my video on self-love. I talk a little bit of self-love there and do a tapping exercise. And tapping is also great for addiction. Maybe I'll do a tapping video for addiction at some point, because I'm here, I'm with you. I've been there, you know, I've struggled. And I put myself in really dark situations because I didn't know how to love myself, and I didn't know that I was worthy of love at the time. You know, I didn't think that way. I just wanted to be part of something or feel different, feel like I belonged, feel high. Now, I know that the greatest highs do not come from external substances. The greatest highs come from truly loving yourself and from being able to get into the highest vibrational state possible, because that is where it's at. It's all about the clean eating. It's all about meditating. It's all about loving yourself, doing what makes you actually feel good, taking care of yourself, and getting out there, putting yourself out there and speaking your truth, because those are the greatest highs you will ever have in your life. Those are the greatest highs. Trust me, okay? I know the difference now. So try something new and, you know, keep going. You got this. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. My name is Lunastarshine. And I'm really grateful for you. I'm so grateful that you chose to watch this video and chose to be part of my reality at this moment in time and space. You're awesome, and never doubt yourself and your abilities. You got this. You can do this. You can overcome any obstacle because you are pure light. It's true. I love you. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Help me grow my channel. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Luna.